Hey Jellicles, it's Saturday. I don't play games. Almost nothing. I play Minesweeper on my computer. Here's one I do play. Words with Friends. You guys should play with me. My name there is Roxanne 597. I'm pretty good at it. So be prepared to bring your game if you're going to play with me. But yeah, Roxanne 597 on Words with Friends. And that's kind of that. So my challenge this week from Moony was to do the blog in full costume. This is my Demeter costume. I can prove it to you. I'm in a full thing. See? Full costume. So I made this 3 years ago, I think. 3 years ago for Halloween. It's kind of US tour influenced, but I still like the London style of gloves. I really want to make new leg warmers for this. They're very thin, and I don't feel like a cat. I feel like a person in a skin-tight suit, which is not how you're supposed to feel in one of these. I got my tail, which I love. I like this tail quite a lot. I do have shoes. I do have a collar, and of course the makeup, wig, blah-de-blah-de-blah. But yeah, it's my Demeter costume. My other challenge this week was from Trai, and that was to talk about romance. Most of this stuff I haven't ever shared with the internet. The first kiss that I remember, I think I was in 4th grade. So I was, shoot, how old are people in 4th grade? I was probably like 10 years old, and I thought the pastor's son was really cute. He was a year younger than me, and I don't know, this memory is very vague. It may have been a dream, but I remember going out with him under the big tree that we had in our churchyard and gave him a little kiss, and that was my first kiss. Maybe it was a dream, I don't know, but I think that was my first kiss when I was 10. In 4th grade with the pastor's son. My first date was the summer before I started college. I never really dated a lot. I don't know, I wasn't not into boys, I just wasn't interested in dating them. So my first date was from my assistant manager at Publix at the time where I worked. That's a local grocery store. And he was 6'6", and his name was Keith. And he asked me out, and it was the first time anyone had really asked me out, and I thought it was cute, so I said yes. And Keith, you were a great friend, but the date was boring. We didn't connect at all. I was going to college, he had only had his AA degree. I wanted to grow up and do things, and he wanted to be assistant manager at Publix, and it just wasn't a good match. It didn't feel very romantic, you guys. Then again, neither did my first kiss when I was 10. My first boyfriend, my freshman year of high school, I don't know, we liked each other. We had a lot of interests in common, and we rode the same bus, and we got off at the same bus stop. So a lot of the time, we would just stand there on the corner where we were dropped off from the bus talking like 3-4 hours after school was out before we would leave. We never kissed. He gave me presents for Valentine's Day. I thought he was interesting, and he let himself get very invested, and when he started trying to say I love you, I didn't. I was 14, I didn't. So it ended over that, because it got too serious for me, and I was a kid, I wasn't ready for that. I don't know. I'm going to give you guys that broad, general definition of things that I consider to be romantic. Okay, the grand gestures, those are sweet, and those are movie-worthy, and I am all for grand gestures. But just thoughtful things. Little things that show that he's thinking about you, and he cares about what you think and your interests. And I try to take joy in the simple things. Otherwise, life gets boring. The world is full of simple things, and if you don't enjoy the simple things, then what's the point of even trying? I don't know. But those are my romantic excerpts for you. I'm not going to go on too much longer because I'm waiting for my mom to get here. My mom and my two little sisters are coming to visit this weekend because it's Memorial Day weekend in the US. Is that something that we have everywhere? You know, I actually don't know if Memorial Day is an international holiday. I'm excited to see them, and I should not be in full costume when they get here. So with that said, let's go do the dice challenge. Whomever I roll has to... Celia, come here. Come here. What should the challenge be? Whomever I roll has to do the chicken dance for their intro. Yeah. Okay. That's the best thing I can come up with this week. If you don't know what the chicken dance is, yeah, I think that would be strange. Hopefully you know what the chicken dance is. Moony, you're cursed. Moony, you're gonna do the chicken dance. And Trai, I'll see you on Monday. Happy weekend, guys.